This is the Mazda MX-5, the first version of the car, or the NA in Mazda speak. But it also had a name when it first came out, and it was called the Miata, which is a name derived from the old German word meaning reward. It's a front-engine, rear-drive two-seater that has fully independent suspension with double A-arms front and rear, an engine with a double overhead cam 4-valve per cylinder aluminum head and aluminum pistons, disc brakes on all 4 wheels, a fully unitized monocoque body chassis with an aluminum hood, and one of the best manual 5-speed gearboxes ever put in a car. You can see how the Miata's styling was influenced by the Lotus Elan. The Elan was not only the inspiration visually, but also mechanically and perhaps spiritually. The Elan was the product of one person, Colin Chapman. It was his vision of what a lightweight sports car should be. Lotus, however, was a very small, independent, very low-volume car manufacturer, focused much more on racing cars than road cars. To have a similar vision executed by a large automotive manufacturer like Mazda was, in itself, an astounding achievement. The people who created this car had to navigate through a multinational corporation that could have shut this project down at any time. When the Miata was being developed, there was another high-priority new vehicle project at the company. A minivan, the MPV, which was competing for corporate resources along with the Miata. The consensus was that Mazda could only develop one of these vehicles. To their credit, they successfully developed and produced both the MPV and the Miata. So, the Miata was launched in 1989 for the 1990 model year. And so successful was this launch that cars were selling for more than list price at dealerships. That is, if you could actually get one. As demand was so strong, you would most likely be added to a waiting list. So let's take a closer look at a sports car you should seriously consider owning. Now, I'm not very tall, so for me, the car is just perfect. Everything comes readily to hand, and feet. But if you are over 6 feet tall, you'll still fit. There's nothing in this car that doesn't have to be here. There are no cup holders, because coffee is a destination. So let's go for a spin. You'll have to forgive me. There are a couple of things I need to do this. Actually, you'll need them too. Lock the door. Sunglasses. And if you can't wear driving gloves in this car, there isn't a car you can wear driving gloves in. All right, we need the key. Seatbelt. Let's go for a spin. Here we go. Now the red line on this car is 7,000 RPM. It's not a fast car, but it's quick, very responsive, very nimble. It's the closest thing you'll drive on the street to a formula car. And listen to that engine sound. Watch this. And shifting makes downshifts fun. I'll do a better one next time. It's not an exotic car. Granted, if it was German or Italian, it would probably garner greater respect and a higher value. But for driving pleasure, it's hard to surpass. You just get enough wind in your hair to let you know you're in a convertible. Small, nimble, fun. It's a car that doesn't intimidate. It becomes a part of you. It puts a smile on your face when you drive it or watch one pass by. Just listen. Now that sounds like a sports car. Ours is the first version of this car, Mariner Blue in color, and is equipped with the stock 1.6-liter engine and option package A. It has 52,000 original kilometers or 30,000 miles on the odometer. And like most first-generation or NA Miatas, this car is stored in the winter months and only driven in good weather during the spring, summer, and fall. To our family, this is more than just a car. It's a moment in time. When we purchased it, my father offered us a lift to the dealership to take delivery of the car. I knew he wanted to be there with us. He was a car guy who never owned a sports car. I remember the look of pride on my father's face at seeing me and my wife so happy. It's just one of those moments, along with many others, I revisit with this car. Sadly, 7 months after we got the car, Dad would be gone, unexpectedly from a heart attack. Awakening the car each spring is bittersweet. Like the season, it initiates rebirth, of roads to be traveled, of feelings returned, of all that's past. To us, this is an exotic car. Pulling the car out each May is more than just charging the battery, rolling back the car cover, removing and storing the hardtop. It's a reminder of all that's precious to us. I hope you find your special car that helps you to remember that you should take your time to live. Time is not to be squandered. Work hard, work smart, but remember to enjoy and be grateful for all that you have and for those that you are able to share your life with. For us, for our car, it's that Saturday in April 1993, when all was right with the world.